appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Gun! Set! Green 39! Green 39!
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. First down. And incomplete to open things up.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Blue 90! Watch it now, Barney!
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Leopard! Not today. Hurry up, here we go. Leopard! All day, baby, all day.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Shut down!
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Oh, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 30. Detroit. Let's go. Detroit. Cut. Check 50.
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
Here we go. Hey. 4 down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And now here's a carry heading left. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Watch left.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap. Was this on the Redskins? I think so.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
Set. 3-19.
Hey.
3-19.
We got 4 down.
play action. They'll throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Right. Watch tight end.
All right, here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Detroit! Detroit! No. Check. Patriot!
Rush in.
Here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. It's good, and the Redskins take a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a big hit. Knocked out sideways.
Man left. Hey, 4 down.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Ringo. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here.
Prescott now on 2nd down. He's going to wind up and air it out. There they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Here we go.
Hey, Mike.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
Drop deep.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bowman. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Here we go now.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's low. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 18-yard line.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Second down following the run.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. Here we go.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Going for the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Second down, Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Foster. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go.
A first down carry by Elliott. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Here we go.
On second down, Elliott. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. There we go. Going to 53. Hey, here we go. Kill. 5 down. 5 down. Here we go.
On third down, Elliott.
Watch out.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Tight end right. Then we're going to 53.
Now Prescott on fourth down. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Here we go, go to 54. Here we go, go to 54. Go to 54.
First down, Prescott. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's caught at the 25.
Check.
Touchdown, Cowboys. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Double tight.
Here we go now. Blue landing.
We got three.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he fires one incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Double tight. Let's go. No. Check. Patriot.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Okay, we got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
Now let's go. Blue landing.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a man over the middle, and it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Detroit.
Check 13.
Set. Gun.
Check it high.
Gun. Now let's go. 3-19.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And it's up and good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
This is Elliott. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Left, left, left. Watch left, left, left.
There you go. Kill.
Watch the safety.
A second down throw for Prescott. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's caught inside the 20. A big play here for Dallas. 51 yards.
Not the tallest receiver on the field, but he just shouted to admit that the little guy can't go downfield and make a big-time catch on a deep pass because sometimes they'll just out-scrap you for the football.
Check right, check right.
There we go. Kill.
Whip.
From the red zone now, Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
3 down.
There we go. Wide.
Again, it's Elliott. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at about the 14. A great return there of 22 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out now come the Redskins. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Back to throw. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. That is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard at the 32-yard line.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now back to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
Watch tight end.
Detroit! Detroit!
Hey,
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. He'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw here. The quick slant caught. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all, 3rd and goal.
Now let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Now this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards.
Check 88. Check 88.
Here we go.
Single, single.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jonathan Allen. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Here we go.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go. Kill.
Check
Here we go.
37.
Wide
Check
eight. We're going to 54. Wide eight. Here we go.
36.
Wide eight.
3rd and long for Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Here we go.
And the defense definitely showing blitz here. Prescott now. Flushed out right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Get that quarterback at all costs.
Here we go, go to 54, go to 54.
To throw is Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is, if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Set! Over! Back up, here we go! Here we go! Green, 39! No, check, Patriots!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 51, here we go. Go to 54, go to 54.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Foster. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Here we go. 51's the mic.
Prescott on first down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Prescott from the gun. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
We want it. Come to my world.
Then we're going to 53. Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 53.
To the air again, Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact. Able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
Now let's
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll set up to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Redskins on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. They're going to look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A good pickup there at 22.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Set. Watch it now, Barney.
Hey. Guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stay.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Now let's go. Leopard.
We got 4.
And now here's a carry heading left. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12.
Tight right.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Out.
Kill.
5 down. Stand up in.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Larry. We're going to 54. Why ain't it? Hey, we're going to kill. Hey, we're going to 54. Why ain't it?
Now Prescott.
Check 3.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
They're
Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise him and catch him off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll set up a throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
I got you.
They'll drop to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And out now come the Cowboys. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Looking to throw. Prescott finding room at the 30. Throw left side complete. That's Foster. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 85 yards. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Set. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's low. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Double tight, double tight.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Double tight, double tight. Double tight.
Watch it now, Barney.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Green 39.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go now. Check. Patriot. 319. Detroit.
Tight down. There you go.
Hurry up. Here we go. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the fourth. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
No. Here we go. Check. Patriot.
Alert.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Slam.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His third touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Prescott. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That goes for a gain of 31.
Go to 54. 180. Here we go.
Right here.
A first down throw for Prescott. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Will Fuller with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense, with two guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The will, as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see that sideline really get into the game.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
All right, here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A very solid gain of 27. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. And look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
3 down.
Looking to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
All right, here we go. No.
3 down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively, with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And his throw is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
There we go. Going to 53. What do you think?
Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early.
Under Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. Here we go. Going to 54. Going to
2nd down, Prescott. Fuller brings it in over the middle. Touchdown, Cowboys. Will Fuller with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. All right, so the Cowboys will go for 2 here.
We're going to 54.
Throw Prescott. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Here they come.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
Hurry up, here we go. Green. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Now that's Leopard. Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56.
They're going to 88. They're going to 88. He's crashing.
Now let's go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot. Gone. No. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Switch.
Now they try the right side here. Oh, and now and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Let's go.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
They're going to 53. Alert 3. There we go. There we go. Kill. 51.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here's Prescott. Throw left side complete. It's Foster. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 20 that time. And it'll be a Dallas first down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
I'm here all day. Here we go.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 36, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now a handoff looking right. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. And this looks to probably be the final play.
85 is coming. 85 is coming. Watch him. Watch him. Single. I got a single slot.
One last shot now for Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Here we go. Mike 51. Mike 51.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Redskins, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.